Google AI Studio just changed the game, making it simple and free for anyone to explore and use Google's powerful AI tools. With Google AI Studio, you can easily do things like generate stunning AI images and videos, create a conversational chatbot, summarize an hour-long YouTube video, or even write code to create custom apps and widgets, all with just a few clicks. In this complete guide, I'll be demonstrating the capabilities of Google AI Studio and testing out the various tools and features to see what all it can do. This is definitely one of the most comprehensive and beginner-friendly generative AI platforms available today. So let's get started by heading over to the Google AI Studio homepage. The web address is aistudio.google.com. So when you first log into Google AI Studio, you'll see a window here that shows Google's terms of service and privacy policy. Make sure you check out the information, select the first checkbox, then click the I accept button at the bottom right. And we now have access to Google AI Studio. Here's where we can explore Google's various AI tools and Gemini models to perform a range of tasks. From the Chat tab here, we can interact with AI using simple text prompts. From the Stream tab, we can actually talk with AI using our voice, or share our screen to have AI analyze whatever's on it. And from the Generate Media tab, we can use AI to create stunning images, videos, and even speech. And from the Build tab, we can instantly write code using text prompts to create apps and widgets and deploy them with one click using Cloud Run. That's an overview of each of the tabs, but I want to see how all of them actually work. So for our first demonstration, let's start with the Chat tab. Here's where you can chat with AI using text prompts, and even structure the AI outputs for consistent responses. From the top toolbar here, you can add system instructions for the AI, get the SD code, share your prompt, save it, and more. And on the right hand side here, you can select your run settings. If we click the drop down menu here, we can actually select which Gemini AI model we want to use. I want to try the latest and greatest, so I'm going to stick with Gemini 2.5 Pro. And underneath this, you'll see your token count. Google AI Studio is free to use, but keep in mind you have a certain amount of tokens available. And using the temperature slider bar here, you can control the randomness and creativity of the model's output. There are also several other tools here that you can use depending on what it is you're creating. And to enter a text prompt and chat with AI, we can simply use the text field here. We can even add images, videos, folders, or audio files for AI to analyze. So for the first example, let's test out the chat feature using a text prompt. Let's say I run a digital marketing agency and I want to notify my clients about my new website. To do this, I'm going to ask AI to write an Instagram post description notifying my clients of my new website launching next week. I'm also going to add to use an excited tone. And if we look at the right hand side here, we can see that this request will take 29 tokens. So once you've entered your text prompt, go ahead and click the run button here. AI will then analyze my text prompt, and after a few moments, it'll provide me with several options for my Instagram post. It actually generated 3 options and has some tips and suggestions at the bottom. So out of my 3 results, I like this first option here, but I think it's a bit too long. Luckily, we can easily modify anything simply by chatting with AI. So let's modify it by adding another text prompt that says I like the first option, but make it shorter, and I'm also going to add that the website launches on Saturday, June 10th. And to test it out, let's also upload the image that I plan to use with my post. To upload my post image for AI to analyze, let's click the plus sign icon on the right hand side here. And from the drop down menu, let's select Upload Image. I can then find and open up my post image. And when you add your media, you should see it appear right underneath your text prompt. So now that I've added the text prompt to revise my post and added my image, let's click the run button. AI should then analyze my text prompt and my image and make changes to my post text. There we go. AI has now updated my post and it's now shorter and more direct, clearly states my launch date, and even uses my website name, which it got from my image. I can now take my AI generated text and use it to create a new social media post to promote my website launch. And once you're finished and ready to start a new chat, you can simply click the clear chat icon at the top toolbar here. This will clear the chat and delete the history. So we've demonstrated how to use text prompts. So now let's stick with the chat tab and go over how to create a chatbot. So let's say I run an online brand and I want to create a chatbot to help me boost my online marketing. I want the chatbot to only focus on online marketing. So let's go to the first icon at the top toolbar here and add some system instructions. This will open up a new text field underneath here where you can add your system instructions to shape your chatbot's behavior and ensure consistent and relevant responses. You want to be as specific as possible. So for my system instructions, I'm going to type in, "You're a friendly online marketing coach who helps beginners grow their brand with tips and encouragement. Use a casual, upbeat tone and keep answers under 100 words. Avoid technical jargon and don't discuss topics unrelated to online marketing." So if this works right, my chatbot should provide short answers and only talk about online marketing topics. So now that I've added my system instructions, let's go down here and add my text prompt. Since it should respond as my marketing chatbot, let's ask the question, "How can I grow my business on Instagram?" I can then click run and see what the AI comes up with. This should only take a few seconds. There we go. So responding as a friendly online marketing coach, the AI chatbot responded to my question by saying, "Awesome. Instagram is a fantastic place to grow your business. Focus on posting consistently with eye-catching photos or fun videos your ideal customers will love. Engage with your followers by replying to comments and DMs, and use relevant hashtags so new people can find you. You've got this." Not bad. I think these are some pretty good tips for marketing my business on Instagram. It has a friendly and upbeat tone, and the response is under 100 words. So as my online marketing coach, my chatbot should only answer questions related to online marketing as stated in the system instructions. So to test this out, let's ask my AI chatbot a question that's unrelated to online marketing. For this text prompt, I'm going to type in, "How many countries are there in the world?" I can then click run and see how my AI chatbot responds. So when responding to the question, "How many countries are there in the world?" my online marketing coach AI chatbot responds with, "That's a great question for trivia night. But for growing your business online, let's focus on things like finding your target audience or creating amazing content. What marketing challenges are you facing right now? I'm here to help." So as you can see, as requested, my AI chatbot only responds to online marketing questions. I think this works great. I can now use the options in the top toolbar here to save and share my new chatbot, or get the code to integrate it into my website. So from the chat tab, we've gone over how to use text prompts and how to create a chatbot. So next, let's clear the chat and the system instructions and go over how to use AI to instantly analyze YouTube videos. From the chat tab, we can easily dissect and analyze YouTube videos and have AI perform a range of tasks like summarize the video, generate captions, and more. As an example, I want to summarize this TED Talk here called 5 Steps to Building a Personal Brand You Feel Good About. So to summarize the video with AI, let's start by copying the video's URL. And now that I've copied my video link, I can head back over to Google AI Studio and paste it into the text prompt field. When you paste in your link, you should see a preview of your video appear. Also, the amount of tokens the video is using will be displayed at the bottom and also on the right-hand side. So now that my video has been added from YouTube, let's write my text prompt. For this example, I'm simply going to ask the AI to summarize this video in 5 to 6 bullet points. And after you finish writing your text prompt, go ahead and click the Run button at the bottom right. AI should then analyze my video and my text prompt and start creating my summary. This may take a few moments depending on how long your video is, but once it's finished, I should have an AI generated 5 to 6 bullet point summary of my video. There we go. Here's my AI generated summary of the TED Talk. It looks like the AI summarized the video into 6 bullet points, including everyone has a personal brand, take control of your narrative, define your foundation, know your audience and craft a mission statement, build your brand online strategically, and view branding as growth. So instead of watching a long, boring YouTube video, we can now use AI to summarize it with just a few clicks. So as you can see, whether you're creating a chatbot or analyzing a video, the chat tab makes it super easy to chat with AI using text prompts. So next, let's go over how to interact with AI in real time using the Stream tab. Here's where we can talk with Gemini and even share our screen for live problem solving and troubleshooting. So for our first example in the Stream tab, let's go over how to use the Talk feature. With the Talk feature, we can use voice input to ask Gemini for creative ideas in real time. It'll even talk back to us and respond in one of 30 different voices that we can select from. If you wanted to change the AI voice, simply use the drop-down menu here. But for this example, I'm just going to stick with the default voice. So let's say I want to grow my digital marketing agency, and I want to talk with Gemini to come up with some ideas. To begin a back and forth dialogue, let's click the Talk button here. If this is your first time using the talk feature, you'll need to use the pop-up window here to allow Google to access your microphone. Now when I hit the talk tab, the stream should go live and I should be able to start talking with AI. So Gemini, give me 3 social media marketing campaign ideas to help grow my digital marketing agency.
Okay, here are 3 social media campaign ideas to help grow your digital marketing agency. You could run a campaign providing valuable marketing tips and insights. Share industry knowledge and position your agency as a thought leader. Consider a campaign offering a free consultation or digital marketing audit. This is a great way to attract potential clients and showcase your services.
Not bad. It answered my question and the voice was easy to understand. Feel free to brainstorm back and forth with AI as much as you like. All of your responses will be available here in text and audio versions. And once you're finished, you can end the stream by clicking the icon here. The options will then be available here to resume your stream or start a brand new stream. So as you can see, being able to talk directly with AI is a great way to brainstorm ideas. But from the Stream tab, we can also have AI analyze our screen by using the Share Screen feature. This allows Gemini to analyze our websites, ads, or anything else on our screen in order to brainstorm ideas and suggest improvements. So to test it out, let's click the Share Screen button here. This will display a menu where we can select to show our browser tab, a specific window, or our entire screen. For this example, I'm going to use the Facebook post I was working on earlier and see if AI can analyze it if I share my screen and provide me with some good hashtags to boost the post's reach. The post is about launching a website for my digital marketing agency, so let's see what it comes up with. So from the Window tab here, let's select the one showing my Facebook post, then click the Share button at the bottom right. And my screen is now being shared with Gemini. Since we're on the Stream tab, to analyze my window, I can simply start chatting with AI. So Gemini, what hashtags should I use to help boost this post's reach?
Since your post is about a website launch, consider using hashtags like #website-launch, #new website, or #online business. Those can help your post reach people interested in new online resources.
Not bad. Gemini was able to see my screen and provide me with some suggestions. Feel free to brainstorm with Gemini as much as you like. And once you're finished, you can click Stop Sharing and both the audio and the text will be available. I can now take my hashtags and my other suggestions and use them to improve my Facebook posts for my website launch. For brainstorming ideas, and being able to share your screen with AI is a real game changer. So we've tested out the various features in the chat and the Stream tabs. Now let's move down to the Generate Media tab. Here's where we can explore various AI models to generate images, videos, speech, and even multimodal content. So from the Generate Media tab, the first thing I'm going to test out is how to use AI to generate images. To generate images with AI, we can use the Gemini model or the Imagine model. Feel free to select whichever model you like, but for this example, I'm going to go with Gemini Image Generation. And this will take us to the page where we can enter our text prompt. So let's say I have a client that runs a coffee shop and I need a cool image for a social media campaign. Instead of buying stock footage or hiring a designer, let's see if we can generate one with AI. So for my text prompt, I'm going to type in a vibrant coffee shop scene with a latte on a wooden table, photorealistic style with a 1:1 aspect ratio. I think that'll be a cool image for my ad. So now that I've entered my text prompt, let's click the Run button on the right hand side. AI will then analyze my text prompt and start generating my image. And here's my photorealistic coffee shop scene. Let's select it to make it bigger and get a closer look. Wow, I think this looks really good. If I didn't know this was generated by AI, I would probably think this was a real photo. The image is focused on the coffee, and behind it, we have a blurred background with a lively coffee shop with people ordering coffee. I think this looks great, but I want to see how easy it is to modify the image if needed. So to make changes to my image, let's add a new text prompt that says add steam to show us hot coffee. I can now click the Run button on the right hand side and the AI should update my image. This should only take a few seconds and there we have it. Let's select the image to make it bigger. And as you can see, my coffee now has steam coming from the top. I think this looks great. Using text prompts makes generating and editing images super easy. I can now use the icon here to download my image and use it in my social media campaign. So we've gone over how to generate images from the Generate Media tab. Now let's go over how to generate videos. With Google AI Studio, we can easily create short 5 to 8 second clips using text prompts. To generate videos from the Generate Media tab, we're going to be using the Veo model. Let's select it here to open it up. And here's where we can use text prompts to generate videos. If you take a look at the right-hand side menu here, you can select various settings for your video. This includes the number of results you want to generate, whether you want to create a landscape or vertical video, a drop-down menu to select your video duration, and other settings you can adjust as well. So to create my video, let's enter a text prompt into the text field here. If this is your first time generating a video, you'll need to allow AI Studio access to your Google Drive. To do this, simply click the Allow Access button here. And my Google Drive has now been connected. So let's say I'm promoting my client's coffee shop on social media, and I need a video clip to create a cool Instagram reel. To use AI to generate my video clip, let's go to the text field here and ask the AI to generate a dynamic clip of a coffee shop barista pouring a latte in an art cinematic style. And once you describe the video that you want to generate, go ahead and click the Run button on the right hand side. AI will then analyze my text prompt and start generating my video. And after about 30 seconds or so, my video has been created. Wow, I can already tell this is gonna look super realistic. So let's click the play button here and check it out. So I have my barista here, and she's slowly pouring a latte into the cup. I think this looks amazing. And if I needed to edit my video even further, I could easily do that by entering another text prompt. I can now download my new AI generated video and use it to create a social media campaign for my client. So from the Generate Media tab, we've gone over how to generate images and videos, but there's another really cool feature that I wanted to show you. With Google AI Studio, not only can we generate images, but we can also use AI to animate images. With the ability to animate images, you can take your creativity to a whole nother level. So to test this out, let's go to the Generate Media tab. Here's where we can select the AI model that we want to use. To animate our images, we're going to be using the Veo model. So let's select it here to open it up. And here's where we can use AI to generate videos and animate images. So as an example, I'm going to see if AI can animate this JPEG image of a grizzly bear. If this works, it should turn this simple image into a cool video clip. So first, let's start by uploading my image. To do this, let's click the image icon on the right hand side of the text prompt field. From the drop-down menu, let's click the Upload Image tab. I can then find and open up the image I want to animate. Once you upload your image, you should see it appear in the text prompt field. So let's see if AI can turn this into an animated video clip. For my text prompt, I'm going to keep it simple and ask the AI to make the bear look at the camera and wave. And once you describe what you want your image to do, go ahead and go down to the bottom right and click the Run button. The AI should then analyze my image and my text prompt and start adding the animation. This could take up to a minute or so, but once it's finished, you should have a brand new animated video clip. And before we check it out, let's make it bigger so we can get a better view. There we go. So if this worked right, the bear should wave to the camera. Wow, this is actually really impressive. Not only does the bear wave, but the camera actually moves around to make it look like a real video. I would have never guessed this started with a simple JPEG image. I can now download my new clip and use it on my website for B-roll or whatever else I like. So we've seen that Google AI Studio is good at generating videos and images, but I also want to test out the text-to-speech feature. Using the Gemini AI model, we can easily turn our text into speech to generate high-quality voiceovers and narrations. I've tested other text-to-speech tools out before, and some of them were pretty bad. But let's test it out in Google AI Studio and see how it sounds. To generate speech, let's start by going to the Generate Media tab. Here's where we can access various AI models to generate media. Since we want to generate speech, we're going to select the Gemini speech generation model, where we can generate high-quality text-to-speech with Gemini. So let's click it here to open it up. And here's where we can use AI to turn our text into speech. If you look at the right-hand side menu here, you'll see there are several options you can select from. Under Mode, we can select to create audio for a single speaker or multiple speakers. For this example, I'm just going to create audio for a single speaker. When you switch modes, you'll notice the preview change as well. So before I select the AI voice I want to use, let's add my text prompt. For this example, let's say I'm still working on the ad for my coffee shop client, and I want to add a high quality voiceover to the video to make it more professional. To do this, we can simply add our prompt to the text field here and tell the AI exactly what we want. For my coffee ad, I'm going to tell the AI to read in a calming and relaxed tone. And for the script, I want it to say, at our coffee shop, you can sip the moment and taste the vibe. And now that I've described what I want the AI to say and how I want it to say it, let's go back to the menu on the right hand side and select a voice. If we click the drop down menu here, we can select from over 30 different AI voices that we can use. To preview a voice, simply click the play button on the left hand side of the name.
Ready to build something awesome today?
Got a project in mind?
What do you want to explore?
Ready to make something amazing?
What sparks your interest?
As you can see, you can find pretty much any type of voice that you want, and each voice is super high quality. So take your time and browse through the various voices. For my voice, I'm just gonna go with this one here. So now that I've selected my mode, added my text prompt, and selected a voice, let's go down to the bottom here and click the Run button. AI will then analyze my prompt and generate my speech. Generating this short tagline should only take a second. And once it's finished, your audio file will be available at the bottom here. So let's play my new AI generated speech and see how it sounds.
At our coffee shop, you can sip the moment and taste the vibe.
Not bad. I think this will work great with my ad. So to download my new audio file to use with my ad campaign, let's click the 3 dots icon on the right hand side here. This will open up a menu where we can adjust the playback speed or download the file. Let's click the Download tab. And my new audio file has been downloaded to my device. I can now add it to my coffee shop ad campaign to have a professional voiceover. So we've gone over how to generate images, videos, and speech from the Generate Media tab. Now let's go over how to instantly generate code to create apps and widgets using the Build tab. From the Build tab, we can easily create games, business tools, and other apps using text prompts and deploy them with one click using Cloud Run. Instead of hiring an expensive developer to create apps, we can now use AI to write the code and generate the app in seconds. From the Showcase tab here, we can see all sorts of apps that have been developed with Gemini. This is a super powerful tool that allows us to create almost anything. So let's scroll back up to the top of the page here and test it out. To build an app, all we have to do is tell the AI exactly what we want using a text prompt. So let's say I'm working on the website for my coffee shop client, and I want to create an app that displays the menu. To do this, I'm simply going to type in the text prompt, create a web app for a coffee shop that displays a menu, and I'm also going to add to have it collect customer feedback. So instead of spending days writing the code myself, or paying thousands of dollars for a developer, let's see if we can create the app using AI. To create my app, let's click the Run button on the right hand side here. Gemini will then analyze my text prompt and start writing my code. Writing the code and developing your app may take a few moments, but once it's finished, you'll see a fully functioning preview of your app on the right hand side here. So here's my new interactive menu for my coffee shop website. We have our heading, various menu categories, all the different styles of coffee, and even images and prices. And when we get down to the bottom of my app here, we can see there's a section where customers can share their feedback. It includes a field where they can enter their name, their email, rate my store, and enter their comments. And once they're finished, they can click the Submit Feedback button. There we go. And the app even displays a message thanking the customer for their feedback. To generate this using a simple text prompt, I think this worked incredibly well. But let's say I wanted to make changes to my app or add more features. To do this, I can simply type in a new text prompt in the field at the bottom here. For this example, let's see if we can make the Submit Feedback button green. I can now run my new text prompt, and Gemini should make changes to my app. And after a few moments, my code has been rewritten, and my Submit Feedback button is now green. So as you can see, not only can we create apps using text prompts, but also easily edit them as well. And once you got your app exactly the way you want it, you can save it, copy the code, download the app, or deploy it to Cloud Run using the tools up top here. So as you can see, Google AI Studio is a powerful AI platform that allows us to perform a range of tasks. Whether you need to generate a photorealistic image, a cinematic video, or a new app for your website, you can now easily do this for free with Google AI Studio. So that's a quick overview of how to use Gemini and the other AI models in Google AI Studio. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.